Hello everyone and welcome to our first Mega Evers Arts Live program. I'm Brianna Daly.
Our show will highlight the best of our new BFA program where student works from the spoken word to dance. I'm Gregory Murden.
And I'm Raquel Sanin. With everything going on in the world, our students use dance as a form of creativity and liberation. Here's a dance piece called Hope from our dance unit.
Hope is something that we all need today. And what you're about to see are students using dance and technology to generate new ideas, to get through this tough time in America, or the world, I should say. It's not a performance, but it's a capturing of a moment of resilience. I'm Professor J. Sharon Robertson. I am the newest member in the Mass Comm department, and I'm excited for you to see this short docuseries of Hope.
Thank you very much, Mr. McDo. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very good to see the number of persons out here tonight that are, and certainly this indicates that we are ready for freedom and we're ready to march for it. I just want to say to you here tonight that the reason I'm up here is because you have given us inspiration in Jackson. And we're going to go back to Jackson, South Mississippi, and all over Mississippi and fight for freedom as you're fighting for it here in Greenwood. All we want you to do is keep going with this fight for freedom. And as we stick together here, as you feel the pains of dogs here in Greenwood, we'll feel them in Jackson. And if we feel them in Jackson, you feel them here. And when we get this unity, ladies and gentlemen, nothing can stop us. We're going to win this fight for freedom. Thank you very much.
We got love, love, love. You better believe it. We got love, love, love. You better believe it.
I got house in the carriage, yeah. I got black love and marriage, yeah. They gon' say you can't have it, but I'm like, don't kill the messenger. We gon' break the stigma up. Huxtables turn to Obamas. It ain't about where you been, where you from, what you got. It's all about love. Self-love is the best love. When you gon' take that wristband off, that petite party bent over. Don't need makeup to dress you up. I gave birth on the bathroom floor. Just me, Iman, and headphone calls. Don't let this life defeat you. I hope this message reach you. Throw your hands up. Play catch with the hundreds. Love is the new money. I'm just chillin' with the homies. Homies where the heart is. Throw your hands up. Play catch with the hundreds. Love is the new money. I'm just chillin' with the homies. Homies where the heart is.
Love, love, love. You better believe it. We got love, love, love. You better believe it.
During this past year, I think we all needed some music and dance to keep us calm.
You're so right, but now the elections are over. What do you think Mega Evers students think about racism's influence?
Here is a commentary from Natalie Greger from the speech unit as she grapples with the implications of racism throughout the decades. No justice, no peace. Defund the police are words that are said loud and proud by Black Lives Matter protesters today. The Black Lives Matter movement has played a vital role in combating racism that is currently thriving in our society. However, on April 6, 1968, a woman named Jane Elliott took her own stand against racism by creating an exercise called the Brown Eye, Blue Eye experiment. Talia Coleman mentions that this experiment challenges the traditional judgments that society places on people who look different. After watching a video called Jane's Brown Eye, Blue Eye Experiment and doing countless research in Embassy Library in Gestor, I was able to gain insight on how Jane Elliott conducted this experiment. Today, I will be discussing the steps that Jane Elliott took in order to conduct this experiment in a college setting. And what better way than to start with step one? Now, the first step in Jane Elliott's brown eye, blue eye experiment is that she lets her college students know that they will be participating in an exercise and they are to arrive 15 minutes before it starts. Now that that step is complete, what she does is she has her students sign in. According to Justin Infantelical's article, The Formation of Racial Identities in a Classroom, he states how those who have brown eyes were treated fairly and kindly. They were told, hey, go right in and sit right in the front of the classroom. But those who had blue eyes, they were constantly belittled and berated and told, you can't even follow simple directions. And they had a green band placed around their neck and they were told to sit in the back of the classroom. Now that the students are divided and those who have blue eyes are starting to feel somewhat uncomfortable, Jane Elliott moves into the next phase in her experiment. According to Erickson's article, Fighting Fire with Fire, he mentions how Jane Elliott relies on a mode of prejudice and discrimination that implies a very simple notion of white privilege. So during this experiment, what she does is she recreates discriminatory situations that are constantly seen in society. Those who have brown eyes, they are given all the materials that they need in order to excel in the class. And they are encouraged, while those who have blue eyes are given no materials at all, and they are belittled, and they are put down, and they don't have anything in order to do well within the class. And they are embarrassed. Now, if any time during this experiment any of the students begin to feel frustrated or they begin to cry, Jane Elliott challenges their experiment by bringing up things that have happened to African Americans who have either been killed or who faced harm due to racism. For example, during one of her experiments, she goes up to one of her students who are crying and she goes, "Why are you crying?" And she looks around the classroom and she says, "Class, is she in any danger here?" She said, "Martin Luther King was shot. Are you in any danger? Emmett Till was hung by his neck for whistling at a white woman. Are you in danger here?" Now, while you may thinking, my goodness, this is harsh, well, actually, she really wanted her students to understand that they had privileges that those who look different or who are African American do not have. After all this happens, Jane Elliott moves into the final step in her experiment, which is the time for reflection. She has both groups write down how each group looked like to them during the experiment by using adjectives. The reason why she does this is because she wants them to realize if their behaviors that they display throughout their everyday lives represents that of the oppressors or the oppressed. In conclusion, Jane Elliott's brown eye, blue eye experiment stands up to racism the same way Black Lives Matter protesters shout against it. Today, we discussed the steps that Jane Elliott took in order to conduct this experiment in a college setting. Now, the question I have for you today, if Jane Elliott came to Medgar Evers College and did this experiment in our school, would you participate? Well, that's just something I want you to think about today.
It's a shame our country is still so divided. That's why education is a must to understanding the world.
Raquella, there are many classes available in the Mass Communications BFA program. I like the teachers because they make the students become more creative and make them engage with each other.
For me, it's being able to talk about my career plans. For instance, in the past, I took Speech 207, basic acting, and I learned about method acting. And here you'll see my monologue that I did in my theater class.
Don't you dare walk away from me. Don't tell me you're sorry. Don't tell me to forget it. And don't you dare tell me to let it go. God knows I would love to. I wish I could, but I can't. I can't forget the fact that we had something, Mark. You're running away. You're running away from what I've searched for all my life. Why? Because you're scared? Well, I'm scared too. You and I, we're worth fighting for. We could make this work. I'm not saying it'll be easy. I love you, Mark. And I know deep down under this bravado that you love me too. It's about the human experience, and that's what it's all about. Don't you get it, Mark? You can deny all you want, but you're only lying to yourself. You're simply denying the wonderful fact that you are emotional, vulnerable, and alive.
I've taken classes in media acting where the professor helps you with auditioning processes and learning how to slate and learning lines and vocal warm-ups. I've also taken graphic classes where you learn how to use the Adobe Suite, Premiere Pro, Photoshop, and Illustrator. I've also taken dance classes where you learn how to create choreography as well as music composition.
Hello, everyone. I'm Moses Phillips from the Department of Mass Communications, Creative and Performing Arts, and Speech. I hope you are enjoying our digital presentation, and please let me welcome you warmly to the Fall 2020 Dr. Iola Thompson Arts Alive Extravaganza. As you see, the students who present their work in these performances on screen and behind the scene are keenly aware of the scope of their possibilities and are prepared to step on the world's stages to succeed in their chosen professions. This is now made possible at Medgar Evers College because of their training in our Bachelor of Fine Arts in Media and Performing Arts degree. The BFA is unique in CUNY because the students' creative and artistic output represented in these performances is facilitated not only by thorough study and particular concentrations, but are realized in core curricula experiences ranging from broadcasting in our state-of-the-art radio and television studios, media, acting, television production, to computer graphics, dance, digital music composition, and much more. Now that the cipher of artistic production has shifted from Manhattan to Brooklyn, and given our unique location in Central Brooklyn, these students are prepared to seek gainful employment where they will provide that spark of artistic excellence they gained right here at Medgar Evers College. Their attainment to gainful employment is made possible because the Bachelor of Fine Arts in Media and Performing Arts is a professional degree and is the only one of its kind in CUNY. It is grounded in the interdisciplinary nature of media and the performing arts with an emphasis on digital technology, making it a degree for the 21st century. If you're interested in the Bachelor of Fine Arts degree and the many benefits it makes possible, speak with your advisor and visit the department for further details. Thank you for being here.
I guess we could all agree it's a great program. We'll be back after these messages.
All over the world, people are waking up to a new reality. Yes, there's isolation. Yes, there's panic.
But there's a lot of positive opportunities that can be had as well. I hope you stay healthy and happy.
The theater unit has a long, outstanding history here at Medgar Evers College.
And spoken word has been passed down throughout the centuries.
Next, we have Arlene Ellie presenting Breath, a poetic short.
Often, my spirit cradles the beautiful intentions of others, manifested as hopeful regurgitations of how life is supposed to be. Other times, my thoughts transgress, and I battle the negativity that currently surrounds me, hiding my positivity and recrafting my unfiltered dreams. Can you hear me? Once upon a time, I was blessed, yes, magnificent, more powerful than Isis, more spiritual than Shango. I walk the earth like a champion, with Malcolm, Martin, Mandela, Marcus, Thurgood, and Medgar guiding my steps. Can you hear me? Nah, y'all don't hear me. I walk the earth with Asada, Winnie, Harriet, Sojourner, Zora, Maya, Tony, August, James, Amari, Chadwick, guiding my steps. Can you hear me? Greatness, guiding my steps until time stood still. Snatched my breath, pounded on my heart, and made me forget how to breathe. I held my breath and whispered Amadou and Trayvon, and I laid bare the pain on my soul. I saw the pain in the eyes of others. So I bonded with others and organized with others and created with others and marched with others and danced with others and laughed with others and confessed with others until I began to hope and heal my soul and breathe and breathe and breathe and breathe. Can you hear me?
We have something we've all been missing. Dr. Mary Umalu's Jazzy Jazz Festival.
Since this is Medgar Evers' 50th anniversary and 23 years of Jazzy Jazz,
We thought the summer might cheer us up. So here's a look back at Chantel's Rhythm Group.
I'd like to bring this beautiful young lady, Sharada, who will do for you Caravan.
can't wait for Summer Jazz, and what a great showcase to show our students' work. I'm Brianna Daly, BFA Senior.
And I'm Gregory Murden. It looks like Mega Ever's BFA program is off to a great start.
I hope you enjoyed our Arts Alive showcase as much as we enjoy showing it to you. Come visit us for our MEC TV program in the future. I'm Raquel Sanin, Senior Class President.
Bye.
Bye. Ha, whip.
All right, one more for safety.